Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this review is for the movie called The Art of Self Defense. Casey just can't seem to win. Attacked on the street, humiliated at his job, and even emasculated by his dog, he joins a local karate dojo led by the enigmatic sensei to learn how to defend himself. In the midst of his training, Casey becomes friendly with a female instructor and soon realizes he is caught in a bizarre world of outcasts, fraternal rituals, and hilarious hyper masculinity. This is a 2019 film. It is rated R. It runs an hour and 45 minutes, and it stars Jesse Eisenberg, Alessandro Nivola, Imogen Poots, and that's it. The Art of Self Defense. Well, I'll tell you what. I heard about this movie. I've heard about Jesse Eisenberg doing this movie, and I knew it was coming on my list, so I just had to wait for it. But otherwise, I would normally seek out this movie because it has Jesse Eisenberg, because it's sounds like it's kind of a comedy, and I'm sure it was in smaller theaters for a while or something, but I would never go see it in a theater because I didn't know about it. So, um, this is a different kind of movie. Um, it says right on the front here it's offbeat. And whatever you want to think offbeat means, to me that says that it's different from the norm. It's going to have its own kind of comedy. It's going to have its own kind of story. It's going to have its own reason for being rated R. And honestly, this is a mixture between Fight Club and some other movies that are just kind of dry comedy. And it's a different story. It's very offbeat, but it still has good actors and it still has a decent story. And it is funny sometimes, even though it's offbeat comedy. And it's a it's a complete movie, but it has its flaws. So we'll start talking about those first. I don't think everybody's gonna attend to the comedy. When people talk like this, and somebody replies yes, yes, and then the other person goes, okay, well, I was just making sure. Okay, are you really sure? And they're like, yes, yes, I'm sure, yes. Sometimes that's funny to people. You watch The Office, you watch, that 70s show. I mean, you watch all kinds of different stuff. You watch Big Bang Theory. There's so many different ways of doing comedy. And for this one to kind of just have blank emotion the whole time, an hour and 45 minutes is a long time to watch people have dry emotion or no emotion. And for things that people are doing, like touching somebody on the shoulder or giving somebody a compliment, like these things strike no accord with other people. It's just the oddest thing. It's almost like Pleasantville. It's just so dry, so empty. These people are so hollow. So we'll get to the story of the movie here. I could probably talk for a long time about how I don't appreciate how they handled the story. They could have said something like, oh, that was you guys, but they never attend to Jesse Eisenberg's character knowing what happened to him was the people that he's around now. And I'm sorry if I gave that away and you haven't seen the movie, but you'll understand it when you watch it because you need to be able to explain it to me because I don't even understand it myself why they couldn't attend to that situation. I could probably watch this two, three times, four or five times, and not understand why the writers of this movie will not attend to the elephant in the room. They just don't attend to it. They just leave it alone and they move past it. I didn't see a time where they mentioned it. And so it's like one of the craziest things of a movie to have this big thing that they're holding from character to character and they never do reveal it. I've never seen that approach before. So that's kind of the iffy things, the things that I would question, the things that I'm wondering about, the things that are bothering me. There are some more things like how they handled the violence, and it's a little, queasy to the stomach, so that's a fair warning for you. Um, I don't know, just some of the things that they did, like the way that Eisenberg's character goes from meek little mouse to, this extreme character, and why he chose that dojo. He could have chosen any self defense class at the YMCA or something. I don't know. A lot of these things just kind of fall into place because the movie says that they have to, and they don't make much sense. So there's my kind of notes on it. I didn't mean to be hard on it, but I found it pretty darn funny. I thought the violence was extreme, and I think that made it really stand out from other movies that are just dry comedy for 2 hours, and it just bores me to death. And honestly, I enjoyed it a lot, how it was gutsy to do that. It had some situations that it threw Jesse Eisenberg's character into, and he did, excel at those situations. I don't know how many people could pull off a character like this, and I think Jesse did a pretty good job. I think the sensei is like perfect for that role. I think the supporting cast of people in the karate area are wonderful to feed off of. They have the appropriate lines. They, are showing the right emotion that needed to make the scene work. I think the slow motion movement of some of the moves is really beautiful. Camera work that way and very artistic. I thought the story was surprising when it did throw me off guard what the movie was about and stuff, that it had more to it. So I think I'm going to settle on this movie and just say that I enjoyed it and say that I can suggest it. Just be cautious of what you think you're walking into and just watch the movie and then have your opinion about it, because generally I enjoyed myself and I can suggest it to other people. I'm going to give The Art of Self Defense a B. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies. Thank you.